Alright, welcome back guys. So today I'm going to do another tips and tricks video. This is something I just randomly thought of and I tried it out and it worked. So I'm going to show you guys. I've already animated the whole thing just because since I was playing around with it, it was taking a lot longer than I thought it would. For some reason, it keeps resetting the light. I have all the lights turned off, and you can see I've deleted all the lights, but it's showing lights. So I'll just add and delete light. Yes, reset the lights. So it's making me like re-add all the lights and then delete them. I guess I could just click that enable lights thing. But anyway, this is what I've come up with, and I'll explain it after I play it. So he's looking around, he's in a cave. You notice the light is, it's like the torch is working. I've always wanted for Notch to add this to Minecraft where you can manually hold a torch in front of you as you walk and it carries light. But yeah, I haven't really said anything, and shrugs his shoulders and uh-oh, creepers. And that's the end. So yeah, it's just a quick little thing. The tip and trick that I'm referring to is the last tip and trick was locking lights to I'm actually going to add a light so we can see what we're doing, was locking weapons and stuff to people's hand like I've done with this torch. I could switch that out for a weapon, but I've gone and taken it to the next step and I've attached lights to the torch so that they follow the torch around. It is a little buggy, so there was a couple bumps in the road that I had to overcome, but it worked out okay. So the way I did it is you can add lights as objects. You just click add, give it a name. In the type, you click light. You can change the light color. Mine are all yellow. I was actually thinking of kind of changing the colors on them, but you pick the color. And it adds it to the timeline like any other thing. It also gives you the option down here of lock to character or object. So just as we did with our weapons, we can lock it to our characters. And in this case, I didn't lock it to the character, I locked it to the torch. So it was manually locked to this item here, not to this guy. So yeah, that's basically what I did. And as far as placement goes, I tried my best, but as I said, it was a little buggy. And I tried to put one in front, well, one on all the sides. And then I believe this is the one that's above. Maybe not. But yeah, I tried to put one on all four sides and then one above. And they kind of moved themselves around depending on how I moved it. So it didn't work exactly as I had it planned, but it did the job of how I wanted it to work. So you'll see, if this is something I haven't shown you guys, if you keep a keyframe selected of an item and you press play, will actually show what's happening to that item. So you can see this light is it's the front one. It's staying where it needs to be. Right here where I'm kind of swiveling my body around, kind of messed up all my lights. I had to reset them at the top of that climb because I rotated his body and stuff. It didn't really catch up. But yeah, and then right here I've made it so in this millisecond right here, the lights go from not alpha scale. The lights go from on to off, so 0. And there's still light in here because I added this light here. So it's pitch black. So yeah, it's just the same. I don't really want to go through and show it again like I did on the last one. Actually, I'll do it real quick. Let me new animation, and I'll just show you guys real quick how I did it. Alright, so objects, add the torch itself. Actually, something I learned that you guys can learn from. I did it backwards. I spawned the torch, attached the lights to the torch, and then I spawned in the character and locked the torch to the character, and that messed up my lights. So to save yourself trouble, spawn the character first. Let's move him over. Take the object. In this case we want a block and we want to find torch. I think it's around the 60s. Maybe we'll hear my daughter in the other room. Oh, here we go. We'll use the redstone torch. I probably passed the other torch. Anyway, so we'll name this torch. And lock to character or object. Going to do character 1. And we're going to do his right arm. So as always. Now you want to get it in place before you actually add lights to it. And I think that's where I went wrong. So we're going to actually move Mr. Is that his right arm? Yes. I actually want to try something. This is where it kind of messed me up. So I'm actually going to remove that keyframe. Mr. Torch. I'm going to not have character 1. Okay, so anyway. Rotate. No. I think it's Y. No. I think I'd know this by now. 90 degrees. And position, we want to... Oh yeah, so the X and Y technically shouldn't be taking it up, but because it's rotated, it actually does. So you have to use your Z to go this way. There we go. Now I'll just add a couple lights and see how it works out. Go to your objects, add an object, name it light. Go down here to light. Let's change the color to red. So you can see it kind of did a reddish tint there. Lock the character, not to the character, but to the torch. Now let's see where it spawned it. It spawned it down there. So what we're going to do is move it. Like I said, it gets a little squirrely because... Oh no, the light is... Okay. So, take her up. Okay. So let's drop all of our other lights. And I have to manually delete these, and if they reset itself, I'll show you guys how to fix it. So delete. So we've got... You've got this guy here. Background color black. So this is actually kind of cool. Let's hurry and animate him. Let's position X, Y. Let's move over here. Let's add some camera frames. This is like the Blair Witch Project. And then let's see how this works out. So slow down the tempo and play. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, so it actually worked out pretty well. Now you run into problems, and because I was using 5 lights, you know, it wouldn't really be a problem if I had just used 1 light, but I used 5 different lights, so they kind of messed each other up. If you manipulate the body in any way, so if I turn the whole body, you'll see I've rotated him, and he's gone underground, but the light stayed up. So that's where I ran into problems. See if I spin him around this way. The light does not follow him. It actually stays there. Although it's supposed to be locked to him, and you'll see that it didn't rotate with him. So if you ever rotate, I mean, you can move the arm up and down and it'll stay pretty close. But if you ever move or rotate the actual whole body like I did in my animation where I was climbing up that block, the light doesn't really follow it. So you kind of have to reset the placement of your light once you get the body in the position. So if I move Mr. Light here. Oh, something also handy here. I'm still trying to figure out what all these options do. Is like I don't know what snapping is, but if you don't reset position but reset view, and it's a lot easier to find your cursor. Let's look at the top view. And looking at this thing backwards. Okay, so I've reset the light. So from here, if I have Mr. Character, go over there. Alright. Let's see how that goes. Yeah. Anyway. You just need to reset the light if you ever rotate or move your character, his whole body in any direction. But I thought this was a pretty cool idea. You turn off all the lights, attach other lights to objects, and in this case it was a torch. But I was thinking, you know, maybe you add lights on the ground to make a path in the dark, which would be kind of cool. You could animate pumpkins to make them jack-o'-lanterns so they actually glow, like in the game. You know, it's all up to your imagination. So let's background, highlighting objects. Let's hide all this objects. So I mean, any of these blocks here, you can put a light behind. I mean, you've even got your lamps, and I'll have to test those and see if they actually glow or whatnot. But it's just something I thought of that I thought was a cool little trick for you guys to know about, attaching lights to objects such as torches. So I will be uploading the whole video. I've added some narration to the video, and I'll be uploading that as well so you guys can see the full length thing. And yeah, that's my tip for the week, attaching lights to objects like you would a weapon or any other thing, and making some cool video effects like that. That's pitch black, and he's got his red light. I could add another yellow light, kind of mix the lights, make different colors. So yeah, that's my tip for the day, and I hope you guys are enjoying this program as much as I am. And as always, rate, subscribe, and thumbs up, and add any comments that you wish. Have a good one.